mega influencers are in the news right now because they are actively turning against Donald Trump. And they're now saying that they are very open to working and voting for Democrats, which is just such a crazy turn in this saga around Jeffrey Epstein and the immigration policies that Donald Trump said he was going to enact. Andrew Schultz, who runs a very influential podcast for young men that is right-leaning, has said that he is over Donald Trump. And Joe Rogan, too, is now saying that he is open to voting for a Democrat. Let's get right into it. First, here's Andrew Schultz kind of acknowledging that he got tricked.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? We have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
So we're stupid.
Yeah.
We're the fucking idiots, guys. That is, I think, what is enraging people right now is it's insulting our intelligence. Like, obviously the intelligence community is trying to cover it up. Obviously the Trump administration is trying to cover up. Something changed because they ran on this idea of exposing it all. All these guys had great ideas. Cockeyed Cash, Dan
He had clips, dog. He had bars.
He was ready to tear it all down. He was ready to tear down the entire FBI office.
Shut down the Hoover building day one.
Day one.
That bitch still standing.
And then he goes on Joe Rogan and he's like, listen, do you think if I had it, I wouldn't share it with you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I do believe that, 100%. Especially when you're staring at me like this, telling me that. Once you protect pedophiles, you are the most cockeyed person in the entire world.
So one of two things, in my mind, is it possible. One, you're covering it up. Or two, nothing really happened and you exploited the rape of thousands of children to get your man elected. So which one do you want here?
Great question. I think it's actually a great question. I actually don't know what it is. It's either they were complicit in this and that there is definitely some powerful people implicated by this, most likely the President of the United States, and they have decided to try to just throw this under the rug, or they did run on this knowing that there was no there. I wouldn't put either past them, to be honest, and it might be a little bit of both. I also just want to shout out this Kash Patel impression. Oh my gosh, that is perfect. Let's put that up next to an actual image of Kash Patel and tell me that doesn't look just like him. Now, Joe Rogan is also in the news, and he pushed Donald Trump to back off on the mass deportation she's doing at a dinner. And then when that didn't happen, he ended up slamming Donald Trump on his, I think he's like the number 2 podcast in the country. And here's a little bit of that.
I mean, that would have been...
Imagine if the same ownership was in place and then Harris wins and they continue to ramp things up.
Yeah, I don't know what you think of the new administration. Certainly there are things that I like about and some of their pro-tech posture and things like that. But what's happening now is it's kind of disappointing.
It's insane.
Yeah.
We were told there would be no... Well, there's two things that are insane. One is the targeting of migrant workers, not cartel members, not gang members, not drug dealers, just construction workers showing up in construction sites and raiding them, gardeners.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Or Palestinian students on college campuses. Or not, like there's a did you see this video of this Turkish students at Tufts University that wrote an essay, and then there's a video of like ICE agents, like, I don't know.
Is that the woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was her essay about? It was just critical of Israel, right?
Just critical of Israel. Yeah, I mean.
And that's enough to get you kicked out of the country.
I mean, there's a long history of anti-colonial activism in U.S. colleges, that led to South Africa changing and all of that. And I think this is a continuation of that.
Yeah, so it's incredible that Joe Rogan is pushing back on Donald Trump. And this really is a pressure point for the Trump administration because Joe Rogan was one of Trump's biggest supporters. It could be because of Joe Rogan, Andrew Schultz, and the broadcast network that Donald Trump is president, and the fact that they are now abandoning him and saying that they'll endorse Democrats is not great for the Trump administration, not great for Republicans writ large. And I also have to remind you that on the other side of the Republican Party. You have people like Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk who are pushing Trump to not do things that are actually beneficial to migrants. So they want to keep going with the mass deportations, and they think if we were to do amnesty, or if we were to do some sort of work program for people who are here and undocumented, it would be abhorrent. So Donald Trump has put himself in quite a pretzel, and he is going to have to piss off one faction of the party. And I personally believe and hope that Democrats have an opportunity here where we can really influence these people and hopefully see that Democrats are the party and the people that are actually defending not only the Constitution, but human rights for everyone who is in this country. And here's a little bit of Andrew Schultz saying that he feels as though there's only one American First Party, and it's not the Republicans. Here's what he says.
Party right now that to me seems America First is the Democrat Socialist Party.
Yep.
Bernie is America First. Mamdani and all his ideas that he will not be able to execute, and I frankly think many of them are not good ideas, but he is no doubt New York First. The policies seem to want to help people here. That's what I care about. If MAGA wants to take this America First thing back, they got to start looking out for America, and it doesn't seem like they're doing. Lying to Americans is not America First. There is one lie, which is Epstein did not have a blackmail ring on all these very influential people. And by saying that that didn't happen, you have to tell a lot of other little lies. Every one of them just pulls a little piece of thread away from the fabric. And we're starting to see right through right now, and it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, so it's incredible that these folks are saying that Democrats are American First. Of course, that is true. I don't know why they're waking up now and they couldn't have woken up in November. I do think there's something that we did that we either pushed them away, or we weren't focused on the right things, or we weren't saying things the right way, because it is true that Republicans are probably the biggest threat to this country. They're probably the biggest enemy this country has. They are a threat to the Constitution and everything it stands for. They don't believe in elections. They don't believe in the Constitution, and they will do anything to maintain and control power. And they don't care who or what they hurt to get more of it. And here's Joe Rogan too, saying that he would vote for a young centrist Democrat. And then I've got a question for you on the other side.
This crazy part. Right before.
Yeah.
Where the president is like clearly gone, and everybody's like, no, he's amazing. All these fucking people, because they don't want the other guy to win, are just lying to everyone and ruining their credibility. Because no one's admitting, like, okay, I'm willing to vote Democrat. Show me one that says something that makes sense that I can trust that's not dying. Just show me one that's younger. Show me one that is a reasonable centrist that makes sense with all this. But they don't want to.
I'm sorry, and I'm glad he's kind of open to this, but wasn't that Kamala Harris? That's, I guess, my question for all of you. If Kamala Harris was that person, and I guess I don't understand why she never went on his podcast. I don't know if that would have mattered, but I'm hoping Democrats realize that we need to be anywhere and everywhere talking to anyone about anything if we hope to reach people who might not otherwise hear our message. And that, I guess, that is what I hope to end with on this video, is we can impact folks who might not agree with everything, but it starts with kind of meeting them where they are. And they're more reasonable than I think a lot of people on the left would believe. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like in the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.